Afield.ie is an online platform that connects people with underused or empty spaces to those looking for temporary spaces for everything from an event to a pop-up to desk sharing to shop sharing. Anything from a shelf in a cafe to an empty warehouse can be listed, managed through the site, and then people can go and search through hundreds of temporary spaces and book them directly to the site.
How many people are using it at the moment?
Well, we have about 500 spaces lined up at the moment. We have a user base of about 1,000 people per week, unique users coming to the site. The most interesting thing about it so far is that the usages people have for the site. So what we want to do is put spaces up there, list them, and let the market essentially decide how the space can be used. To give you a really quick analogy we find useful is we listed a hot desk in our office on the site, and within a week it was booked for a film shoot. So this is something that we never would have thought would have happened, that someone would take a space and use it for a completely different usage. But that's essentially the power of Affiliate, that lets the market decide what they're going to do in a space.
So it's kind of like an Airbnb for space.
It's very similar. The whole idea is people can go in and list their own spaces, which makes the available spaces, because there are thousands of incredible spaces across the country that nobody knows about because there's been no platform in the past to promote and manage their own spaces. So it's completely free to list. So we're trying to challenge people to rethink what rentable space could be, because the reality is there are people every single day that are trying to find that space that you could have in your own backyard.
Yeah, there is actually a lady with a bar in her backyard, and she listed the bar in the backyard, and she's already taken a booking in already.
We're an on-demand marketplace for employment and services, and what it is, we want to make life a little bit simpler. So we create a platform, an interactive platform where everybody can work for anybody. So what it is then, if somebody wants something done, they can post, whether it's CalPol for a sick child, window cleaning, grass cutting, car valeting. You post your job, how much you're willing to pay, and the job goes live. And it goes out to all the go-getters. They're the other side, the people that want to work the app and carry out your tasks for you.
And how do you find these go-getters?
Well, everybody has to be verified, and everyone will have a profile with job ratings. So at the start, people will have to build up their job ratings.
Very good. So it's be kind of somebody who needs plumbing, or it could be...
Yeah, everybody will have to be, on the trades end of things, everyone will have to be verified through certificates and all, but on delivering and couriering small tasks, anybody can do it around the area, locally, nationally.
Tell us about ChildDiary, what it does.
Okay, ChildDiary is an online learning journal for teachers to do all the required paperwork on a daily basis. And because it's everything doing online, it's also a communication tool with the parents. So what we are doing is we are bringing the two worlds together, parents and teachers.
And the actual technology, is it manifest as an app? Is it online? How do you use it?
So it is online. It's a web responsive website. So people will have ChildDiary in their smartphones, in their tablets, and teachers use their tablets as well in the classrooms. And they log in into their private profiles and access to all the information.
So is it like a 21st century version of the old school journal?
Exactly, and it's everything online and can be accessed at any time. So for instance, if a parent is collecting a child in a crash and is on a rush because needs to go home and doesn't know how was their child day in the crash, they can go home, logging into ChildDiary and see everything that the teacher just had said about the child during the day.
And tell me, you're from Lisbon, so tell us about the startup scene in Lisbon. What's it like?
Okay, so the startup in Lisbon is emerging now. So with the Web Summit going to Lisbon at the moment is actually bringing all the attention, especially from the government, into the startup world. And we can listen to the news now. And startup is now a subject that you can hear in the television, for instance. So it is something that it is emerging, and definitely it's going to be an explosion in Portugal in the next few years now.
Enjoyed this video? Click here for more news from SiliconRepublic.com or follow us on social media.